don't you join this ride?
Yes, sir, it's another interesting episode of Spotlight here at City Right Television, where we tell you the story the African way. And on today's segment, we have an interesting personality we are going to meet after the break. My name is Michi. Stay with us, then we'll get to meet our special guest.
Taking you through every city. Why don't you join this ride? Oh, why don't you join this ride?
Us is still the Spotlight right here at City Right Television in Coal City in Ogun State. And like I told you, and I promised you that after this break, we'll get to meet our personality on this segment. So today we have a young, talented business consultant who has made an indelible impact in various spheres and various organizations. We are talking about Faith Victor Onyekwere, who is the CEO of Keyedge Resources Consult. So, Faith, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on the show.
I'm glad. My pleasure.
Okay, I know you as a Faith. I know you as Faith Victor Onyekwere, but who is really Faith Victor?
Okay, so thank you for having me on the show. And I am Faith Victor Onyekwere. I am one lady that is impact driven and full of a vision to impact young people to become more productive and also impact their world. So we do this through different channels. One of the channels is through the consult I run, which is Keyedge Resource Consult. And so what we do in Keyedge Resource Consult is human capacity development. You see, I'm talking about impact, you're talking about development. So you see, young people need to be developed. You have skills, you have talent, these things need to be developed into, channel for revenue. And then,
I like that.
Yes.
I like revenue. When
Yes.
you say revenue.
Developed into channels for revenue. And so this revenue in turn can also, have great impact in the states, GDP, and also provide opportunities for, other individuals.
So, in other words, the work you do also contributes to the growth of the economy of the states, the nation, and even in the local environments where you reside.
Oh yes, most definitely. So the thing is, Keyedge Resource Consult is strategically positioned for the growth and development of individuals and their organizations to society at large.
Not just human capital development, also talking about organizational development and that will actually yield positive results.
Yes.
Good. So, how long have you been in this consulting business?
Professionally, I've been a consultant for 5 years. This year we'll clock 6. Yes. So, but then we started off Keyedge because before you start up, you need to also be prepared. So I've been in consulting business for like 6 years. However, we started Keyedge Resource Consult 4 years ago. So I've already had 2 years working experience.
Exactly.
Before starting up my
So, what actually inspired? Because what did you read in school? Studying in school? Because
finance, banking and finance.
you like money.
Revenue.
You like money. You like money. Well, I like money. It's not like I love money. It's just that I love what money can buy.
Right.
So, what inspired you actually to go into? Because when you read banking and finance, many of your members would have gone into the banking sector to just go home, go to work in the morning and come back. But you wanted to do something different. From what you said, impact driven.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to venture into this consultancy?
Yeah. So what inspired me was my love for research and results. So you see, a lot of times we want to get results, but we do not do our homework to get research. How does these things work? What are the parameters? And because there are not a lot of people doing research, you don't have people that are thinking to prefer solution. So I wanted to prefer solution to my society. I wanted to prefer solution to my environment, and to young people as well. So that was one of my major drive, to start up Keyedge Resource Consult. And then following mentors I look up to, following role models I look up to, I discovered that what they were doing was one of the reasons why I became who I am. So if I can,
So who are those? Could you mention a few of those your role models?
likes of Fela Durotoye, likes of Tony Numelo, these are great men, Gozi Ukonje Iweala, these are beautiful, beautiful people doing great works out there. And I'm a great fan of their works. I do research on their work, and I carry out, research to know how better to get things done.
Okay.
Get to profess solution, because people need solutions to their problems, and they can pay for the solution. And that's where the revenue comes in. While you make the impact, you profess solutions, you get paid and get revenue.
Knowing you for quite some time now, I've seen your work. I've seen how you organize conferences, and the youths come out to en masse to attend, and in some cases free actually. Now, I've just come to realize that the essence of doing this was to impact in the lives of the youth. Now, those impacts you intend to make, are they actually yielding results? Because I know currently that many youths do not actually want to get their hands dirty. Nobody cares about the process anymore. So, have you actually said to yourself, yes, I am fulfilled that the purpose of organizing this event has been achieved?
Right, beautiful. I love this question very, very much, and that is one of the reasons we do what we do. We have evaluation. We evaluate whatever we do, periodically. And this is one thing I always advise organizations to do. Ensure you evaluate what are the results at the end of the day, And if you're not getting the right results, you sit back, re-strategize, and implement, right? So the question you asked me, lovely. Yes, we have recorded, great impact in the life of most of the youths. We have about 60% of young people that have attended our trainings. We always have feedbacks from these young people telling us, okay, what the trainings have done for them and what they are doing next. And so as a result of that, accumulated evaluation that we've done, we are now able to say, what, let us start up a private mentorship for these young people that are already doing well with what they've learned from our trainings and all of that. And so we started up a mentorship, this Keyedge mentorship program, where we mentor them on what they do. So we have different mentors, according to the skill that the person is, on. The individual is working on. And so these mentors help to guide them for them to provide, results on their own end.
So this mentorship program, what's the prerequisite for enrollment?
Okay, so there's a fee for enrollment, and then we have our details on social media handles, so you can always go through it to see the.
And don't worry, after this, why the program? Like I said, you'll see in the program the information on the screen, so that you could reach out to Keyedge Resource Consult, especially for mentorship program, and also to keep abreast with their upcoming events.
Yes.
Well, on that note, I have a question I would like to ask. I have been with some of this younger generation, and do you also encounter this idea of get-rich-quick syndrome attitude amongst them? Because everyone want cash out.
Everyone want cash out, so very important.
So have you encountered people like, this is taking too long, let me sign up for?
Yeah.
So how do you advise them?
Okay, so you see, it is paramount. It is paramount. We have a lot of young people. So I think, for one, I think that social media has a part to play. So you see a lot of things, that is being displayed on social media. A lot of young people feel that this is how it is. You see a young person driving a big car, doing a video, talking, in a beautiful apartment, and so you think that this is what it is, not knowing that all these are props.
Exactly.
Not knowing that all these are just to make your pack, what you're doing come out well packaged and all. So you see these people, these young people, they start killing themselves. So not a small thing. They start killing themselves. They want to make the money anyhow. They want to get the bag.
There's this slogan going on now that it's better to get rich and die young than to grow old and die poor. I don't know where they got that from. Honestly, I don't know this.
It's
chasing the bag.
Yes, chasing the bag is actually a challenge. It is something that is eating deep into the youth of our generation, and it really has to be fixed because the truth, we should say the truth, right? So it is not the way it is online, the way you see it. That is exactly not the way it is for these young people. So I tell them a lot of times when I have to, advise, I said, there is a process. There is nothing you can do. You cannot take away the process. If you go through the process, you get the success, right? So I always get to advise them on following the process, getting the result. Because if you cut corners, the wealth will fly, money flies.
All right, hold up out there. Like she said, there is a process. So after the break, we will show you some of those steps that you need to take to attain to that level that you envision to be. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Taking you through every city. Why don't you join this ride? Oh, why don't you join this ride?
I'm glad you're still here with us on City Right Television and the Spotlight edition of today's program. We have we're speaking to Faith Victor Onyekwere, the CEO of Keyedge Resource Consult, who has actually done a lot to fighting poverty through enlightenment programs, seminars, and workshops. And before we went on break, she told us that there is a process. So could you please share some of those insights that we need to, because I think the first key to success is discovering yourself first. So could you share some of those insights that could enable one, especially the misguided youths, to discover themselves and then positively apply what they've discovered?
All right. I love this question so much because it's discovery, self-discovery, it cannot be overemphasized. Self-discovery cannot be overemphasized. So for the process, we're talking about the process to success, the process to discover yourself and, start up with whatever vision you have for your life. For me, I think the first will be service and mentorship.
Service and mentorship.
Yes, young people should accept the fact that they need to serve. So you see a lot of young people that just want to be the boss. We have a lot of CEOs and founders.
I saw something like that on Facebook. Yes. I started questioning my own, legit, because almost everybody I saw is a CEO in one place.
Exactly. We have a lot of CEOs and founders that are not even having revenue. They don't know they don't have data for their business. They don't have a vision for their business. They don't know what the next 5 years is going to be. But they are CEOs. Like, what's your portfolio? I'm the CEO of Together Nation. Together? CEO what?
Together Nation. They are together.
You've not served anywhere. You've not been mentored. You do not have, leaders ahead of you that you are learning from at their feet. Right? So this is something that young people should accept. So you see, you discover that they say, oh, you go and be serving, so they will be using. No, but you have to be used though. If you want to become useful, you need to be used.
You should be grateful because you're useful. That's why they're using you.
You're right. You're right. So young people, we have this thing of not wanting to be used. I want to be my own boss, but there is a place for service and mentorship. When you get it right at that place, you will discover that a lot of things you learn from the experiences of your mentors. And so when you are putting up a structure for your brand, when you're putting up a structure for your vision and all that, you will make less mistakes and more profits. So this is my one way approach to self-discovery and the process to success.
So basically, in just layman's language, volunteer to serve someone.
Yes,
Volunteer to serve someone. Now, she has just told us that self-discovery is the key. And how do you discover some of this potential? Through what? Service and mentorship. And at Keyedge Resource Consult, they have a program for mentorship. They also have a program for leadership. They also business management and then consultation. So you reach out through the number showing right now on your screen to them, and then perhaps you get to know more about what they do, especially their upcoming events. I think there's one event coming up, not to...
Yes, the Entrepreneurs Dinner is a convergence of entrepreneurs, that are making impact in the different sectors, to come together to learn from experienced leaders.
Is it open to everyone?
Open to everyone, as long as you are an entrepreneur, you're a change maker in your field, in your niche.
Including the CEOs of Together Nations. All right, so if you are CEO of even your family meeting, and CEO of NLP, this is an opportunity for you to get exposed to some of the experiences from the industry leaders when it comes to entrepreneurship.
As well as network to also, get more work done.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody asked, will they find a missing rib there too?
They will!
All right, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode on Spotlights at City Right Television, where we'll tell you the story, the African one. But before we go, just your final word to your listeners out there.
Okay, so my final words to you all will be that there is no success without triumphs. There is no yes without a no. So no matter the number of no's you get in your journey to success, no matter how the number of trials are, no matter how much they are, there will definitely be a yes. There will definitely be a breakthrough. So keep in the work, be at it, stay consistent, and you will win the race.
Thank you, Faith, for coming on today's episode of Spotlight, and we hope to see you some other time.
Thank you.
So are you out there, you've seen that there is no impossibility anywhere, it just exists in your mind. So she said, to succeed, you must try. Even if you fail, you try again. So success is about trial and success. So you try and you succeed. Today, my name is Michi, and we'll be seeing you on the next episode of Spotlight. Thank you.
City Right, taking you through every city right. It's a movement, not a destination. City Right, taking you through every city. Why don't you join this ride? Oh, why don't you join this ride?